North Shore, Ooltewah, Eastridge, and Hickson.
Okay, so we people aren't the only ones who get to enjoy Valentine's Day. We thought it would be fun this morning to have Tish Gailmard come back from Reflection Writing, because so many animals out there actually have a special someone they mate for life.
That's right.
So you have one with you today.
Yeah, this is Winnie. So this is our barn owl, and she does mate for life. But even cooler, she has a heart on her face.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
So if you can look at her face, she's got what's a facial disc, and it's heart-shaped. So she'll kind of, there we go. She'll look up a little bit. You can kind of, there it is. You can see her heart-shaped facial disc.
So, you know, the different animals that you bring on, Tish, all have different lifespans. I know when you had the possum, or it was the possum recently, they only live about 3 years or so.
Right.
The lifespan for these owls?
Probably mid-teens, and Winnie will be 2 in the spring.
Okay.
So she's still a very young bird.
So when they find a partner, do they find it within like the first year of their life?
Generally, it's between 1 year and 2 years.
Okay.
And then they do secure that mate for life. If one passes away, then the other one will look for another partner.
So with her, does she have a mate?
No, she doesn't. She's by herself. Lonely? No, you know, she's not lonely because she does so much stuff like this.
Okay.
And we are always working with her. Even if she's not going out for a program, we're working with her. So she's always with us. And you know, she's completely habituated to humans.
Right. So for them, like I think of cardinals. Do cardinals, do you know, do they mate for life?
I think they do.
I think they do too.
But I will tell you, some birds have multiple partners.
Oh.
So some clutches can be fathered by multiple fathers.
Right. Okay. Well, the reason I ask is because I see the cardinals outside my kitchen window and things a lot, and I think about them. They always look paired.
They do.
In her case, would she and her mate in the wild do everything together?
They will separate some of the time and then come back together, but of course during breeding season and chick rearing season, they're very much together because Dad is bringing all the food. Mom's staying on the eggs and Dad's doing the flybys with food.
Seems like y'all are, you have several animals there at Reflection Writing though, because the red wolves mate for life too, don't they?
They do, yep, they'll partner for life. Oh gosh, several of our birds do. The possums not so much so.
Yeah,
they're so nomadic, they just find whomever.
So would you say, like with the red wolves, for example, because you get to really see them.
Yeah.
Can you see a love kind of, an attachment?
It's red wolf breeding season right now. And when it's breeding season, you do see a connection. Outside of breeding season, if there are no puppies, not so much so. You might see that they enjoy one another, but not so much that there's a strong bond.
Okay.
But when puppies arrive, that all changes.
I wonder what the reason is that some do that, mate for life, and others don't.
I think it's about sustainability of the species, you know, just making sure that the species is perpetuated.
Right.
Yeah, and you know, something people don't know about coyotes, they will mate for life, but if you put pressure on a coyote, if you start hunting coyotes, they will have larger litters.
Oh, to keep
the population up.
Very interesting.
Yeah, and then there's species out there too that can mate and then hold the sperm and fertilize the eggs when the time is right.
No way.
Isn't that cool?
Nature finds a way.
Absolutely.
Isn't that the line from Jurassic Park?
Yeah.
Nature finds a way. So you mentioned, or I mentioned, the red wolves. Y'all have that event coming up next weekend, the Follow the Fire.
Yes.
And isn't that one of the opportunities, one of the fires, is to get to go to the wolves?
Yeah, I'm going to be over at the wolves, and we're going to try to get them to howl for everybody. But regardless of whether they howl or not, you'll get to see them. And I'll tell you all kinds of cool things about them. So it's just a great opportunity.
It could be a fun thing. I know it's Valentine's Day, but if you haven't gotten something for the person you love, or if you can't do something this weekend, make that a great date night.
Oh, that's a great idea. It is a fun date night.
Yeah.
It's a really fun date night.
It's called Follow the Fire, and around that kind of central circular area there, you've got all the bonfires set up, and you go one by one.
Yeah, owl prowls.
Oh,
we'll probably have Winnie out so you can meet her up close in person. I think we're going to go over to the wolves, and and we have this really wonderful guy coming with this incredibly powerful telescope. It's very small but very powerful, and we're hoping for a clear night, and we're going to see things that you've never seen before.
Wow.
Really cool.
If you've never been that close to an animal like this before, it's worth the experience, trust me, because the camera can zoom in, but it's nothing like seeing her up close and personal. She's so downy and dense with those feathers, and I'd fall in love with you, Winnie.
Say thank you.
I would be yours for life, too. Think about getting a membership to Reflection Writing if you want to. Tish, was it Educator of the Year you were named years ago?
Yeah.
For Tennessee?
Yep.
So they just know so much there, and they love to share it. So
Thank you.
Happy Valentine's Day in your cute
Thank
shirt.
you. You as well.
Your child could shine as a Local 3 junior forecaster. Wednesdays at 5:30 on Local 3 News. If they love the weather and can read on camera, send a video to juniorforecaster@local3news.com. Presented by